Trailblazer Postgame, presented by Johnson Pediatrics.
And welcome back inside Burns Arena here on the campus of Utah Tech University. The Utah Tech Trailblazers get the win over Stephen F. Austin by the final of 75-70. Trailblazers snap a 2-game conference losing streak, and they snap the 5-game winning streak of Stephen F. Austin. What a gutsy performance after second half collapses, I'd say, without long stretches, without scoring. Around 4 or 5 minutes left, we said, are they going to go through the long stretch without scoring? No, they went on a 12-2 run.
That 12-2 run was huge, but it was sparked by 7 consecutive defensive stops. I think that this win has to be attributed to that defensive stretch by the Trailblazers where they held this Stephen F. Austin team 8 minutes, the last 8 minutes of the game, without a field goal.
Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. The Trailblazers getting it done. They get the win by 5. Now they go to 3-2 in conference play. Stephen F. Austin falls to 3-2. So right now they could be in a tie for third place, Mike.
That's right. I mean, what a great turnaround. Bounce back after that Grand Canyon loss. What a response by this Utah Tech gutsy effort tonight.
This is the Trailblazer postgame show brought to you by Johnson Pediatric on Trailblazer Sports Vision on YouTube and the Fan Sports Radio Network. All right, let's look at some of the stats, Mike. We just got the final stat sheet handed. What jumps out to you? Offensive rebounds. The Trailblazers are getting killed, but even with that, they withstood the fury and they handled the press from Stephen F. Austin, which is one of the best pressing teams forcing turnovers in the entire country.
That's right. When I look at this stat sheet, I think about all this preparation, all this talk about Stephen F. Austin, number 1 in the WAC, 3rd in the nation in forcing 18 turnovers a game. Well, it was the Trailblazers that turned the Lumberjacks over 17 times. Great job defensively. I think those 17 turnovers by the Lumberjacks really fed to that Trailblazer offense.
They're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. They're number 1 in offensive rebounds in the conference as well as total rebounds. They did get the job done 39-25, 17-5 offensive rebounds. So where is Utah Tech getting the win here, Mike?
Well, I think it's balanced scoring, right? I mean, keep in mind they lost Beon Riley, and we wondered what would happen. It was that Jalen Searles big 3, but then how about those 3 consecutive dunks by Hamed Olinka? I think he stepped in for Beon Riley and filled that stat sheet pretty nice.
UU Toure, we got to give him a ton of credit, Mike.
Absolutely.
I mean, how many minutes did UU play? He played 17 and a half minutes, only 1 of 5 from the floor, but he was 6 of 8 from the free throw line, and he had 3 assists and a couple of steals. He was 6 on the plus-minus category.
Yeah, what a floor general, right? I mean, when he had to go get the ball, he did. He did a very good job of keeping them in their stuff. But I'll tell you what, he had a tough defensive assignment because Kajus just went off the last 10 minutes of this game for Stephen F. Austin.
Okay, so with that, let's give UU Toure, our Appliance Wholesalers Plus playmaker of the game. Appliance Wholesalers Plus, shop local and see the local boys at AWP. The playmakers in the appliance business right across the freeway from Bloomington Walmart. You okay with that?
Absolutely. Okay. I think UU stepped in and filled those minutes. Very nice.
Okay, Hamed Olinka off the bench, and he scored all of his points in the second half. And the free throws, he was 0 for until when it counted in the last minute and a half.
I was going to say, I mean, when you look at this Olinka highlight reel, 3 huge dunks. But the 2 most important points of this game for him is when they went hack at Hamed, and he made him pay with those 2 free throws back-to-back.
Yeah, Hamed Olinka, 3 of 8 from the free throw line. He was 1 for 6. Then he made 2 in a row.
Big free throws.
Yeah,
I think
and
those
that
are
made
clutch.
it a 2-possession game. So, you know what? I'm going to give our Hearst Ace Hardware player of the game to Hamed Olinka. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely fine with that.
All right, Hearst Ace Hardware. Find a variety of products and prices that please. In the heart of St. George in Cedar City, Hearst Ace Hardware player of the game, Hamed Olinka. I don't know if Coach Judkins will go along with that, but that's what we're giving.
Well, I tell you what, if you have to pick an individual, he's the guy to pick. But I think Tanner Christensen, again, his stat line says so much with his assists, his block shots, his rebounds.
Tanner only took 2 shots, Mike.
Yeah, which is fine. Tonight, I think you would like to see him take a few more shots, but if you're getting that kind of productivity, and you look at that stat line, I mean, 6 assists from your starting center. He did a very good job of finding the open guys. Early on, it was Noah Gonzalez. with the assists on the threes, but blocking shots, protecting the rim. Remember that play where they challenged him at the rim, and he answered, got the big block. I thought those plays were momentum builders for Utah Tech.
Tanner, 3 blocks. Hamed Olayinka with 3 blocks. Tanner, 7 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. That's what you love to see with your big fella. That's a 63% free throw shooter on the season.
Yeah, and I think Coach Judkins is going to point to the team effort. I really think it was a collectively team effort that was really strong tonight. There were some individuals that really stepped up and had great games, but that team effort was there tonight. It was help defense. It was protecting, spacing, finding each other early on. And when you look at the assists, 17 assists on 24 made baskets.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that says it right there. They're sharing the ball. They're finding each other, unselfish play.
Noah Gonzalez came out hot and on fire from beyond the arc, 5 for 5 for three-pointers in the first half. Didn't have a three-pointer made in the second half, had a bucket and a free throw, but he really got these guys off to a great start, and where they had a 10-point lead in the first half, and then they were down 7 in the second half, and again, 12-2 run, about 5 or 6 minutes left in the second half, and that's not what they've been doing in the last week or so. They've having stretches without scoring, but tonight, different story.
Yeah, gutsy performance. I think Noah Gonzalez is that punch in the mouth that you want. When that guy comes out and he goes 3 for 3 right off the bat, you're sending a message to the other team, right, that he's on fire. They're going to find him. That opens up the middle for guys like Tanner Christensen.
And Stephen F. Austin, of course, they're one of the best pressure defenses in the country, forcing turnovers. But tonight they forced 17 turnovers. They also had 17 turnovers themselves. But the Trailblazers still shot 53% from the floor, 8 of 17 from the field, or from the three-point line. So 53% on a pressurized defense, that's pretty darn good.
Absolutely. It's great. And they face that pressure. You can do one of two things with pressure, right? I mean, you can shy away from it and allow it to affect you, or you can attack it and be aggressive. Tonight, that aggressive, balanced approach to that press was the difference.
All right, we're going to take a break, waiting for head coach John Judkins and a player. It's going to be interesting to see who he brings out tonight.
Yeah.
That's it. Utah Tech getting the win over Stephen F. Austin, 75-70. Both teams now 3-2 in the Western Athletic Conference. Be right back.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealestate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealestate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
And welcome back to Burns Arena. Utah Tech getting the win tonight. The Saps 2-game losing streak, 75-70 over Stephen F. Austin. Now, Trailblazers tied with the Lumberjacks at 3-2 in the Western Athletic Conference. Welcome back to Trailblazer post-game show, brought to you by Johnson Pediatrics on Trailblazer Sports Vision and the Fan Sports Radio Network. This guy right here is a happy guy, head coach John Judkins. And coach, in that second half, you've had trouble sustaining in the second half, but tonight, completely different story is what you wanted.
Yeah, again, Rob, we talk about it all the time, is everybody goes on runs. And I thought tonight, we went on that first run, the first half, 14-3 run was great. I started the game, we came out with intensity, we're getting after it, we're knocking down shots. Yeah. Man, Noah shoots the first half, man, he goes off, and then the second half he stopped shooting for some reason. I don't know if he's tired.
You told him not to be so selfish.
Yeah, but he got a little tired. I think I tried to get him out a little bit. because he's shooting short. But again, we went on our run. They go on their run the second half, the 11-2 at the 12-minute mark. We had that same little stretch right there. We've been struggling with that.
But it was only about a minute and a half, Coach.
Here it says 12:06 is to 8 minutes. So it's about a 4-minute stretch.
Oh, okay. Well, that was out of bucket.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So, but then the thing I was happy with, Rod, is after that happened, guess what we did? We went on a 13-0 run from 8 minutes to 3 minutes. So that was huge for us. Man, to me, that was a team win. We were fighting that last little bit right there of just boarding, the way Larry was boarding, the way Tanner was boarding. Even I challenged Jalen on that one time. I said, dude, just give me a rebound. And he got a huge defensive rebound that changed it too. But, man, I tell you, that Hall kid's good. He's 6'5", and he plays a lot bigger than 6'5". He was getting after it. But I was happy with our foul shooting when it's crunch time. Mm-hmm. I wasn't happy at the end right there, missing 2 in a row. But, Larry made some crucial ones. UU made some crucial ones. Tanner goes 5 for 6 from the line. We've been working on it this week, changing it up a little bit, and I was very happy with the effort. It's a big win. We've been playing good, Rod. Yeah. It's just we haven't had a chance to get a close one to go our way, and tonight we got one.
Well, it was the same kind of situation, but except for going without, you went with a lot in that final 8 minutes. Okay, let's quickly go over some each player. UU Toure coming off the bench.
Yeah, he was our storm chaser of the game. I thought he did a great job.
And he was our playmaker of the game.
One thing we thought we could do with these guys, they really pressure you hard. And so we thought, hey, if we can spread them out a little bit and then get to the basket, and that's where Noah got a lot of his threes. We were penetrating either by a dribble or we threw it to Tanner at the high post, and then he sprayed it out to Noah for some wide open threes, and that's kind of what we knew we could hurt them with, and we thought UU was probably one of the best that could do that. Yeah. Eric still kind of banged up a little bit, just didn't have the drive to go by guys. I got to get David to do a better job of going by guys, and it's hard because we teach them to be team players, but tonight you need to be selfish a little bit and get to the rim and then play off 2 feet and share it, and you did a great job of that.
Hamed Olayinka off the bench. He is our player of the game. According to Mike and I.
He had 13 points. Yep. 13 points, had some big boards. Thing I was happy with, too, is we called a couple timeouts and ran 2 different plays for him, and he got 2 wide-open dunks and layups out of it. I mean, good job paying attention to timeout, and we get a bucket out of it. So I was happy with his effort. We made some dumb things at the end right there. We got to work on it. So I try to get him to slow him down, pick him up. When they get the ball in bounds, get off and get back. We got to work on that a little bit. But, I was just happy with the effort again. This is 3 games in a row now. We've had great effort. This one we came up with a win.
Tanner Christensen. 1 for 2 shooting, but 6 assists from your big man.
Yeah, again, what do? We got it to him. He did a great job of reading. He's smart. He sees the court really well, and that's why we try to put him in that middle third right there and have him pass out of that. He did a great job and had some big time boards and big defensive stops for us, which was huge.
Okay, Coach, only 1 game this week. It's nice to get rewarded for good play and not have just a few minutes take away what you guys have done the entire rest of the game. You got that done tonight. I think that was your goal, to finish.
Yeah, we did. Tonight we did. We finished. In the last couple of games we haven't had that. We've been right there and just haven't finished it. And tonight we did. And there for a minute we were missing a couple of foul shots up 3. And I thought, oh, here we go again. But then I say, we get a stop. Yeah. And they fought. Yeah. And they had fight, and they were fighting for the ball, and a couple of loose balls. Larry threw it off the guy's leg. Just the effort, the extra effort makes a huge difference.
I saw more guys on the floor and diving out of bounds tonight than any other game this season.
Yeah, we lost Bion. When Bion went out, I thought, oh, here we go again. But thank goodness he's fine. He'll be okay.
He is? Okay.
Yeah, it was just a sprain. But, we got a day off. Thank goodness we got 1 game this week, right?
Yeah, right.
Try to get him healed up. But but again, the guys came in off the bench, gave us some good minutes, and that's what we needed.
I was only going to ask one more question, but I'm going to ask another one. Are you happy with the 17 turnovers against this pressurizing kind of team? Because you kind of took them out of the press that they love to do.
Well, our goal was 14 or under, and we had a couple ones. David had a lazy one right here in front of you. You can't. I don't mind turnovers, but you can't have lazy turnovers. I mean, if they make a great play, they make a great play. And you can't. I don't want our guys to be tight. When they're tight, you're going to get more turnovers. But he's got to be a little bit more. We had that one, and we had two right before the half. Mm-hmm. So you take those two out, we're at 14 where we thought we might be. But again, like I said earlier, Rod, if you can handle their pressure, you're getting good shots. And I thought most of the time we did, but again, they just keep coming.
Yeah, so tomorrow you're going to give them the day off, get them to rest up a little bit, and then get ready for Southern Utah in Cedar City Thursday night, 6:30.
That'll be a good one. It's always a good one with them. We got to get our rest, get healthy. We'll prepare them again. They were prepared really good tonight. I thought we did a really good job of that. And Southern Utah is a good team. It's a rival game. It doesn't matter who it is or what team's better at. They're always going to be a fight in a game, and especially up there. We haven't won up there, so we got to go up there and get our first win at SUU.
They got to play this angry Lumberjack team on Saturday. So
I hope they get tired.
All right, don't forget the John Judkins Coaches Show Tuesday at 6 o'clock on Trailblazer Sports Vision on YouTube and also on the Fan Sports Radio Network. That will do it, Coach. Congratulations. Great feeling.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You look a lot nicer.
Yeah, I feel better. Thanks for all the fans coming. I mean, our crowd was good. Yeah. We got to have a lot of people here when we get back. We got a 4-game road trip, so we'll come back in February. We'll see you.
All right, that'll do it for tonight. Once again, the final Utah Tech 75 and Stephen F. Austin 70. Don't forget the Coaches Show Tuesday. We'll see you again on Thursday from Cedar City, 6:30 tip Thursday night as the Trailblazers up their record to 3-2 in the Western Athletic Conference. For our entire crew here, for Mike Olson, I'm Rod Zundel. Once again, the final Utah Tech 75 and Stephen F. Austin 70. Good night, everybody.